With filming starting any day now, of course, more announcements for the Harry Potter TV show are coming out quickly. Last night, late at night, we get a drop of 9 new cast members, bringing the total cast up to 18, but we're going to discuss it. As you see, I have the article up here, and we're going to talk about my thoughts about each and every character that has been announced. There have also been rumors about a potential recast. We will talk about that at the end. So let's talk about the new cast, and then we'll talk about some other news in the Harry Potter filming world. Without further ado, let's get into it. We are going to be doing something a little bit different. It's going to be more of a reaction today, so just bear with me if there's some bugs in the system. So we have the pictures of the cast and who they're playing. So we have Molly Weasley, Draco Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy, Seamus Finnegan, Pavarti Patil, Lavender Brown, Petunia, and Vernon Dursley, and weirdly, Cornelius Fudge. I'm not really sure what's going on with Cornelius Fudge, but we'll figure that out. So let's look at this casting. So we have Catherine Parkinson as Molly Weasley. I think she looks good. I don't think this picture does a good justice. I did look up to see what all these major characters have been in, and yeah, I haven't seen really anything with them. And if I did watch something with one of them in it, it's a small scene in a show that I watched years ago. Like, I think either Catherine Parkinson or Belle Prowley, I think, was in Sherlock. One of them, I remember, was in Sherlock, but they were like just in the episode for a brief amount of time. And then you also have Daniel Rigby, who's playing Vernon Dursley, who was in Doctor Who as Mysterious Man. So he doesn't even have a credited name, so clearly he was not a big part of the episode. It was also one of the more forgettable episodes, The Lazarus Experiment. But Molly Weasley looks good. I think in some of the pictures I have seen of her, I think she's going to play a good Molly because she's supposed to look very much like Ginny. So now they have to make sure that they cast a Ginny that looks exactly like her. But she looks like she could be the Ron Casting's mom that we have seen. Now let's talk about the Malfoys. So we now not only have gotten Draco, but we have gotten Lucius. Lucius, I don't think is going to be a big deal in this, but if they're filming season 1 and season 2 probably back to back, if they can, try to film all of the seasons as quickly as possible so then they can just, you know, have them at the right age. That may be why they're announcing Lucius. Lucius may also just show up kind of in the background, like in the train station or something. We will see. Because a lot of these seem like what we're going to see at like King's Cross Station. You know, you see Molly, you'll see Draco with Lucius. Because Draco was by himself in Madame Malkin's. So maybe we'll see Lucius in the background and then maybe see him in the train station and just kind of like have this... not a big fan. I am curious on if they're going to leave Lucius and Draco as this like dirty blonde, or are they going to make him more of a bleach blonde like they did for Draco and Lucius in the movies. We'll see, but I think they look like a father-son duo who's just, you're up to no good, man. Spoiled brat and pretentious father. And it might have just been the pictures they chose, but I think a lot of girls are going to get their heart broken by a young Draco Malfoy. Tom Felton did it. I think it's part of the role. Now let's talk about the 3 other Gryffindors. We are missing 2 still. We're missing Dean Thomas, and we are missing Neville Longbottom. Neville Longbottom, I think, is going to be like a big casting. There's one other big casting that we still need to hear about, but Neville Longbottom is still one of the major castings that we are missing right now. But these 3, there's not really any notes. They're young children who, one looks like an Irish kid, one looks like an Indian girl, and the other one is just a basic white girl. Now let's talk about the Dursleys. I may have a bit of a problem with the Dursleys, at least by these pictures. Why are they so hot? They shouldn't be like that. Like, Petunia Dursley is supposed to have a crane neck and be very tall, and the actress playing Petunia is 5'2". Vernon Dursley looks like a more handsome Seth MacFarlane. Sorry, Seth MacFarlane, but he's more handsome than you. We're also waiting for their son casting. I assume probably they wanted to get their casting done, and then they'll cast the son. And they may look more like their book counterparts. I mean, Petunia Dursley has blonde hair. They may try to, she looks like a young Petunia Dursley from the movies, not a young Petunia Dursley from the books, but she is the right age. So they are sticking to age proper characters. So finally, let's talk about Cornelius Fudge. Why are we going to be seeing Cornelius Fudge in the first season? Are they just slowly announcing casting for the series, not just for season 1? Because we don't see him but for a small snippet in the second book, and then he has a more major role in the third, continuing into the fourth and fifth, and finishing in the sixth. Are we going to see him in newspaper clippings? Is that what's going to happen? Is, you know, they're sitting in the train car reading the Daily Prophet, or Hagrid's reading the Daily Prophet, and we see the newspaper clipping of, Ministry's fudging things up again. Is that maybe how we're going to see it? And they just were like, hey, let's cast a proper Cornelius Fudge for the rest of the series now. So then it's not like, that doesn't look like the guy from the first season. So now let's talk about some of the casting that we haven't gotten yet. So Neville Longbottom, an important casting that we have not gotten yet. Probably Ginny Weasley. They're probably being very picky on Ginny Weasley just because she's going to be important throughout the series. Same as Neville. The other big noseless elephant that is in the room that we need to talk about is the casting of Tom Marvolo Riddle, also known as the Dark Lord Voldemort. He's one of the major ones that we have not seen yet, and I think they may try to keep him under wraps, or, you know, maybe a big announcement coming in the next couple weeks, with probably the rest of the Weasleys, maybe Dean Thomas, Lee Jordan, and other major Gryffindors that we need to see. We also need to see Crabbe and Goyle. We need to see other Hufflepuffs, Ravenclaws, Slytherins. Are those major castings? Are those just going to be, you can see them when you want? We'll find out. We're waiting on Voldemort. Now let's talk about some of the other news that we need to talk about. There is a rumor, which I think has been just echo chambered from one source, that Papa Asidu may be recast. That I've seen, Papa Asidu has been fired from Warner Brothers production of HBO's Harry Potter. It was like, they also said that Ncuti Gatwa got fired as the Doctor, which then BBC came out and said, no, he was not fired. He left of his own accord. Maybe they're recasting Papa Asidu to course correct based on other casting choices that they have made, but also at the same time, I haven't seen any rumors on who may be recasted into that role. So filming should be beginning fairly soon. So we're going to be probably getting information daily, weekly. It's going to be quicker as filming ramps up, because the more they can give us, the less chances of leaks and just rumors that'll come up. We'll still get rumors, we'll still get leaks. We may soon get the first cast photos of everybody in their proper costumes with their proper looks. Maybe Lucius Malfoy will have his long hair. Maybe we'll see Draco with his bleach blonde hair. We'll see Dumbledore with his beard. They're going to probably release a huge cast photo of everybody in costume, and I will probably do another video for that reaction. Stay tuned for that. If you like this kind of style, news, reaction, information dump, like, subscribe, and I may start doing this. This is not going to be a regular video. It's not going to be posted on a normal scheduled day, but it will just be thrown out there once it's edited. So we will see you in the next video. Make sure to stay marvelous. Nox.